If my mother taught me something, is that hereditary, for which is defined as genetically transmitted or transmittable from parent to offspring? Or is that traditional, right? See this, okay, traditional. I'm just letting you know I'm doing this in the moment. So traditional, an inherited, established, or customary pattern of thought, action, or behavior, such as a religious practice or a social custom. Now see how those two definitions conflict, right? See, okay, tradition is inherited, right? Now, so wouldn't the knowledge that my mother gave to me be my inheritance? If I am poor, then wouldn't the only thing my mother have and my father have to give me is direction? Right? Okay, direction. Okay. Guidance or supervision of action or conduct. So see, all poor people have to give their children is knowledge of how to live poor. What other knowledge do a poor person have? See, so that's why they teach you how to survive. Now let's break down survive. See, like I say, if you don't understand where you at, then you won't understand what you need to do to get further, right? Or to establish where you at. Because once you get to the top of the mountain, then there's nothing else to do but establish your place at the top. See what I'm saying? Just like failure becomes a tradition because the failing father then teaches the son how to fail because he teaches the son about his failures without him being the failing father. See what I'm saying? See, he creates a story which the Bible calls a parable. See, now survive. So now we surviving our failing father's parable. See, so we surviving. Let me show you. To remain alive. See, that's what we doing. But are we living? See, we waiting to die because of the parable that we were sold as life. See, if a man cannot live, then the man lie about living. So think about, I'm a slave. I don't want to tell myself that I can't do something because I know I can do it only if I was free enough to do it. So say you got a life sentence in slavery, then slavery becomes a mental tradition, right? See? So now, that means now your life becomes a parable. I'm going to show you the definition of parable. A usually short, fictitious story that illustrates a moral attitude or a religious principle. Now, I'm going to show you this tragic story that we live in. Look at the funerals. We're not living to be old. We dying with young faces. So see, that's why it says a usually. Okay, let's break it down. Usually. According to the usual or ordinary course of things. Now, if what is not ordinary. Now, hold on, let's break it down now. Let's break it down. What ordinary is. Of a kind to be expected in the normal order of events. Now, no one's born to be shot, right? No, who is born preordained for another human being to shoot them over some money or some drugs? See, so you have to realize that that is not ordinary, right? So once we understand that what we surviving is not ordinary, then we'll understand that we are not living in a natural course of events. We living in a parable. see, we got to go to school to get out of ignorance now. See, this is why I'm asking, is what my mother gave to me an inheritance? She gave me the ability to learn. But, well, you know, okay, she taught me, but I showed her that I already knew. So my mother never taught me about books. She taught me about life. And that's why I can transcend, right, this parable. Because now I can see the difference between what's unusual and what is normal. See, now I know that I'm normal. See, because my mother was narrating my life before she died. See, she gave me as a tradition. She knew that I was a special person, not just a special child. See, say, I got a friend named Darryl Ray, right? And I say he is my real friend because he always told me the truth, right? Even when it made him look, to me, was looking bad, but I was like, man, he just gave me strength. See, this is what I'm telling people, right? What is strong if you can't admit when you wrong? See what I'm saying? Like everybody, when you right, you can stand on it. But true character is shown when you can humble yourself and become better. You see, this is what I'm telling you about a parable. See, a person that would stoop to the level of a parable is a person has lost courage to tell the truth. Because why else would I give up on my truth for a parable? So look, it usually short. So see, in this parable that they call a religious practice, our children are dying at 18, 19, 20. So how is that a normal course of events? Even for a religious person, right? Because Jesus lived to be 33. So now, if they killed Jesus at 33, his generation, so wouldn't they then be afraid of somebody from 1 to 33 if they saw that the Messiah came from the womb of a woman and and out of a manger. So he was born where animals graze, and he became a shepherd. Right now, let's see, you gotta break this thing down. You should anyway. If you're gonna let something enter into your mind, it changes who you are, because it changes your thoughts. See, so if a person can't go outside of the situation and get clarity, then the person is inside the situation telling you a parable. See, that's what I'm trying to see. Why would I have to tell you a parable when my life is study being written? So if I now tell a parable, where would I be in the parable I'm telling you? So then that's when I would say he. See, well, who is he? Then that's when I would say me. And then what you would say. So my son, right, he was like that. Now Tamika, my daughter, she wasn't like that. But I'm like that. And my mama knew it. Like I would say, see that right? No, I would say that thing right there. And my mama be like, what thing? What you talking about? And I start telling her, and she'll start telling me how to tell her. And that's how my son was. See, but he come into this world, right, with a mind greater than anybody knows. So what he's saying is what he means, right? Because, okay, like, if he see a mascot, he get shook, right? But I was like that too. See, that's what I was trying to tell him. Like, I played every position on the in baseball except first base, because that was pretty much for a heavy person, and slow when we played. So I was never slow and I was never heavy, so I didn't play first base. And I didn't play catcher. Now, the reason why I didn't never touch the catcher because when my granddaddy loved baseball, that's why I played. But he used to take me to the games in Daytona. And man, when I see that catcher, because that don't look normal, man. Everybody else out there looking like human beings. And the catcher got all this stuff on. And I couldn't keep my eye off of him because I'm thinking he a monster or something, right? Like, because I'm saying, why is he different from... But see, they were thinking I was crazy. Like, see, that's what I'm telling people, right? But now that I'm thinking, because I still got a complex about the catcher to this day. So one time we was at Edgewater and the mascot was my wife, knew her. See, because my wife and Tamika, they kicked it. So, see, I didn't know none of their friends. I was too busy working. So I was one of these rare times I was able to go to the game. So I went to the game, and boy, the bird came over there. Boy, look, man, my son wasn't having it, right? So I'm laughing because I know. So I'm trying to tell them, like, hey, that's not normal. a 6-foot bird. See, you looking at it because you know this man just got to this world, man. See, and he has a mind. And you tripping because you trying to get him to accept that this ain't no big bird, right? But to him, that don't look right. It's not what you think, it's what he think. So I'm saying, yeah, Tommy, I know it. But you try to tell him, but he don't understand. I'm saying, look, son, I'm your father. The same stuff, the mind you got, I got. So let me show you how to use it. So now here's mama. She don't understand. He just like me. I'm saying, that's a man. He not like you. You a woman. See what I'm saying? This a man. He like me. Oh, you think this? I'm saying Tamika like you. See, but she don't understand what I'm saying. But she thinking it's a girl on. I'm saying no. See, I raised Tamika. She just like you. Tommy just like me. See, because I'm looking at, I'm listening to me talk to me. And I'm saying, but at the time, I didn't realize I was my mother talking to my son. See what I'm saying? Because I was doing for my son what my mother was doing for me. She was showing me how to use my superpower. So that's what I'm telling you about my man, Daryl. He can play by ear, like he can play music by ear. See, so I know that's a special talent. So I got this mind that I'm just learning how to control, right? And so I'm telling him, man, I can finally see what you can hear. And he kind of understanding what I'm talking about because he going through a small part of what I made it through. So I try to talk to him to show him the light that he can't see because of the darkness that he looking at. See, I'm telling him, brother, don't look for the darkness. It's everywhere. Look for the light, right? But now, what I'm telling him is I gave him a spot off in the distance. Keep your eye on that spot, right? Because if you look at the light, if you look at the darkness is going to consume you because you looking at something that's not true. It's an illusion, right? Now, once you get that illusion to the people, that's when the darkness surrounds you. Because now the people who understand, they done got angry. And that anger started going out into the world. See, and that's called the laws of attraction. See, like what you put out, come back. That's karma, right? So let's look. So wait, but shepherd, right? A person who tends sheep. So see, Jesus, they say, is a lamb. Now, a lamb, okay, let's see, we got to break down what is being taught so we can rise above the confusion. See, a lamb is a young sheep. So now we have to ask, if we have no evidence of this person, and the Bible tells us about the peril. See, so if Jesus spoke a parable, then Jesus could be a parable. Because the person who wrote the parable, right? See, look, a usually short, fictitious. Now, here we go, fictitious. Of, relating to, or characteristics of fiction. Let's break down fiction. Something invented by the imagination or forged, right? Or forged, forged. Now, so that is not genuine or real. Wait, yeah. Well, fagged, that's what they say. F-A-N-D. That's how they see. This stuff don't even sound look. You know what I mean? But that's why they got it spelled like. But it's F-E-I-G-N-E-D. And when I'm looking at it, it says fagged, F-A-N-D. That's how they trying to spell it out. Let me see if it'll do it. Feigned. See, that's how I do, right? So I don't, like I tell my daughter and my son, see, I'd rather look stupid for a minute than be ignorant for a lifetime. I used to see people in school, right? I know that they don't know the answer, but they too ashamed to ask the question. So I would ask the question for them. Because I know that they don't know. See, but they won't listen to me tell them because they think I don't know. See what I'm saying? But I'm saying, I know, you just believe that I don't know, so watch me ask this question. Now, I ask the question and the teacher get mad. see what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm saying, right? And then somebody will talk about my pronunciation. I'm saying, if I have had to teach myself my whole life, then how would I know how you pronounce something when every time you was teaching me, you got mad at me for the questions I asked you? All the way to court, throughout court, throwed out. And everybody keep judging me as if I don't know what just happened to me. But they'll tell me about Jesus. And I'm saying, is that, what is it? Let's say again.
Feigned.
Is that feigned? See, now you tell me F-E-I-G-N-E-D is feigned. You tell me you signing that out and that's feigned. Come on, man. But okay, that's what I'm saying to you brilliant people. But I'm saying, this is why I like the way you can learn now. See, I don't need you. I can hit the button and then it'll pronounce it for me. But then I'm still looking, saying, well, how you tell me to sound something out and it don't look like it sounds? And then you get mad with me and say I'm dumb, and I'm saying, hey, it don't spell like it sound. But then there go the argument. Tommy get an F, bam, mama on drugs. Daddy talking about fighting him. Man, come on, man. Hey, but, hey, that's my life, right? So now, if I can then now monetarily benefit from my survival, let's go back to survival. Because I had to survive this sad story. This is my actual life. So now, you're telling me that as a child, I have been hearing about a sacrificial lamb, right? And I've been telling people the whole time, that's a crime. He had to die. I'm saying, only to a murderer. Why would an innocent person kill an innocent person? Why? Right? If I haven't done nothing to you, why would I have to die? If it's not hiding what you doing. See, only a criminal would kill a witness. And that's what Jesus was doing. The man was pleading for his life. And y'all listening to the story as if it's a lesson. And I'm saying, if a man asking the person who he talking to, why you seek to kill me, man, that's a plea. Like, man, you walking around trying to kill me. And that's what's been going on in the state of Florida for 15 calendar years. They've been just waiting on me to do something. So, and I'm saying, well, you didn't put me in a mental hospital. You put me in jail. This the state. Because even if my family did it, right, why would the state aid and abet my family's ignorance unless it benefit the state? Right? If I was property of the state and my family was aiding and abetting me to evade capture, then the state would arrest my family for aiding and abetting me. But now, when the roles reverse, how can I arrest the state for kidnapping my family with a lie? So, okay, in court, you saying that a lie, right? Now let's look at a lie. The definition of a lie is I got to get down to, okay, to make an untrue statement with intent to deceive, right? So if the judge that represents the state in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida made an untrue statement against me, for whom name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., but I'm also known as Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. So I went into court as my alias, see, Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. But when the judge violated my rights, then I revealed to the judge that my name is Petty Officer 3rd Class Tommy Chancey Castle Sr. That's when the game changed then. See, that's when it became revolutionary. See, that's what I'm telling y'all. That's when they lie was defeated. See, so now, if I have to be, see, this is what I'm saying. See, I see what the preachers did. They made me who I despise to the kids. See, you think I'm preaching, but you kids, y'all know the law. You know the criminal part of it because y'all been in that criminal system since y'all were kids, right? So, see, that's what the preachers don't understand, that the kids know the law from the criminal side. They don't know it from the civil side because of the decisions that the parents made that made the children have to survive their parents' iniquity, their gross injustice. So see, the Bible is now revealing itself criminally to a child that been raised up in the criminal justice system. They know it because they was charged with the same charges that I'm charging the judge with. So you think the kids not with me, man? They know what you don't know because they in the world and you in church listening to parables. See, they out here getting case numbers. So they like Jesus, they young sheep. But where are the shepherds? See, the shepherds is in church. The sheep is being slaughtered. The fathers is looking for a father. They in church saying Jesus, who was a young sheep with no children, is their father. That's not a parable. How can someone who never had a child be your father and you have children? So see, you transcended what your father never did. He never transcended from a son to a father. He never had any children. But you do. But now you gonna reduce yourself to a son when you have ascended to a father?